Danny.
Chris. Oh, good luck, mate.
Cheers.
Yeah, we're all rooting for you, you know that.
Nice of you. Still, win some, lose some.
Well, if there's any justice...
Steady. Let's not get into the realms of fantasy.
Come in. Morning.
Danny.
Lively night?
Someone that might interest you. Kenny Dwire's shown out on the ground.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, Don's got the details. I'm overdue some kip.
Yeah, I can brief you. Thought I might give him a pull.
What? On your jack?
Yeah, well, all the troops are out on inquiries. Not that handy, is he?
No, but he's got some funny friends. I'll come with you.
All right.
Cheers. Oh, Alistair, you know it's Chris Deakin's appeal today, don't you?
Is that right?
So? You running a sweepstake on the result, then?
No, but it concerns us, especially if it goes the wrong way.
I'm fireproof, pal. I don't fancy senior officers' wives.
And I don't get caught.
I'm not talking about the offence, I'm talking about the consequences.
Like what?
Well, Deakin's appealing against sentence. If he pulls it off, he gets made back up to DI, yeah?
Yeah.
Well, if he doesn't get his rank back, they put a new DI in here, a permanent one. Chris goes back to his job as DS.
That'd mean 4 of us doing DS's work in this nick.
You think that'd look a bit top-heavy?
At a time when the job's thinning out the middle ranks.
We're all on your side, Chris. I think you've made a great acting DI, and I'd like you to carry on in the substantive rank. I don't want some Bramswell flyer wished on me by area.
Any hats in the ring?
Just rumours. A few bright sparks. They'll stay here long enough to muck us about, then swan off up the greasy pole.
Butterflies. Like Johnson.
Well, I'm glad you're smiling. 'Cause if your appeal fails, you'll be serving under one.
No, sir. That won't happen.
Meaning?
If I don't get my rank back, I'm not hanging around to be ordered about by some fast-track graduate. I'm putting in my papers.
Well, I know how you feel. I've been there myself. But I wouldn't commit yourself to anything too drastic.
I'm not just mouthing off, sir. I've thought about it. I've thought about it a lot. My mind's made up.
Well, let's hope it doesn't come to that. You had your leg over where you shouldn't, but I think that's more bad manners than wickedness.
I hope AC Hicks takes the same liberal view when he decides my appeal.
Right, well, I'm seeing Mr. Brownlow at area this morning, and I'll make sure the AC gets the message that Sunhill's on your side.
Thank you, sir. Of course, in the end, it's up to me to convince him, with the aid of a good mouthpiece.
You're using a barrister this time?
I've seen the wonders they can do for the scum in court. Why shouldn't we get the benefit?
Before we get down to business, sir, could we have a quick word about Chris Deakin?
Mr. Hicks hears his appeal today, doesn't he?
Yeah, well, I'd like to think the AC was aware of the support that Chris Deakin has from Sunhill.
Yes. Well, it's not my job to interfere with the AC's decision-making. He wouldn't appreciate that.
No, of course not, sir, but I'm sure you're as keen as I am to see Sunhill CID continue to run as a happy ship. I mean, after all, when your work's finished here at area, you might find yourself back in command of the division.
Well, perhaps I should take some soundings, as they say. I'm sure the AC should be made aware that Deakin's fellow officers think he's a good egg. In the interests of the service, of course.
Oh, yeah, my sentiments exactly, sir.
Uniform clocked Dwire on the street late last night. He entered these premises here at 12:30.
They didn't front him up?
Just did as they were told. Drove on by in the Panda, but they parked for a bit down the road. Dwire never came out again, and 10 minutes later the light went out.
Well, looks like he's got his creature comforts.
Yeah. Question is whether he's mob-handed in there or not.
Leslie. Hi. You been waiting long?
No. Anyway, I gave him a chance to look over the papers again.
So, what do you reckon? Should we stick with the line we agreed?
Yes, Chris. If you play this right, you're no longer the villain of the story, but the flawed hero.
Too clever by half, Charles. That's my impression, if you want to know. Full of himself. Smirk on his face. Sort of man you'd expect to find rogering someone else's wife.
I understand he's well thought of by his colleagues, sir.
That type frequently is. Doesn't make him popular with me.
No, sir.
Ground, please. Of course, I'll be considering Deakin's appeal strictly on the merits of the case, as put before me.
Well, that goes without saying, sir. No one would expect an officer of more public discredit to the service to be let off lightly. But it might be considered that this is a family affair within the job.
I wouldn't agree with that, Charles. We live in a goldfish bowl these days. Police on police incidents, drunken brawls, that kind of thing does us immense damage.
Yes, sir. Point taken.
What I'll be looking for from Mr. Deakin is a recognition of the mess he's made and signs of genuine repentance. Quite frankly, I'm not holding my breath.
Kenneth Dwire, I'm arresting you on suspicion of robbery.
No, hang about.
You don't have to say anything unless you wish to do
No,
so.
leave it out, will you? I want to have a word.
He's telling you about how you can have a word, so shut up, listen to your rights.
I want to have a private word. I don't want it taken down to nothing.
Get in a car.
Can we just drive about a bit, you know?
You're reading the wrong script, Kenny. We're the ones who are supposed to want to drive around while we talk.
Then you put in a complaint.
Forget about all that. It's just... I don't want to be seen in your company. No offence.
This better be good.
Well, back to the squad, definitely. Sunhill's a small pond for a big lad like me.
Morning.
Morning. D.S. Deakin, Sunhill. I'm here for my discipline appeal. This is Leslie Caulfield, my counsel.
Right. Sign here, please.
Morning, Chris.
Mr. Winter. Mr. Winter, this is my counsel, Leslie Caulfield.
Morning.
Good morning. Might as well come up with me. Morning. Morning.
Chief Inspector Winter is investigating officer with the CIB.
I hope it all goes well for you, Chris.
Thank you, sir.
No skin off my nose, love. I've done my job as investigating officer. Sentences aren't my business. I don't get a slice off the pound of flesh. I'm just here to safeguard the facts.
Thing is, Kenny, we've got witness statements putting a man of your description at the service station and the off licence.
Your known associates have been charged for their part in the robberies. And you were on your toes over the garden wall when we came to your mum's place to talk to you about it.
Yeah, but you don't need me for them jobs, do you? I mean, they're cleared up. You got bodies.
You saucy slag. Don't tell us what we need. You were at it, you're going down for it.
I better talk to your governor.
Meaning who?
Deakin, your DI.
He's a DS, same as us. Anything you can say to him, you can say to us.
No, it's got to be Deakin. Get him on the radio for us, will you?
Right, I've had enough of this, old cobblers. We're going to the Nick.
Please, Deakin can sort all this out.
He's not available right now, is he? We're taking you to Sun Hill, putting you on the sheet, and you can talk to him later.
I can't be stuck down the Nick. This is urgent.
Pull over, Danny, will you? The only thing that's ever urgent in your scrotty little life is blagging.
You're on your way to a bit of work, aren't you, Kenny?
We can wait here all day for a sensible answer, Kenny. We're salaried. You're the one who's on piecework.
Yeah, all right. There's a job going down, but it's all square, know what I mean? Let me talk to Deakin, he'll tell you.
Are you telling us Deakin knows about this job?
Well, he don't know the time and place. Look, I'm not supposed to talk to anyone else. Check it out with him, will you?
If Deakin's expecting a job to go down, how come he hasn't told us? Or at least told Dwire to talk to us?
Well, if Chris Deakin gets his rank back, what do you think he's going to want to do? Stay at Sun Hill as DI?
Or work his way back onto the squad?
Perhaps he thinks he can offer Dwire's information to the squad as a sweetener.
That's a bit swift, keeping us in the dark.
Yeah. We all need brownie points, don't we?
Yeah, well, if Deakin's not here, he can't collect his, can he?
What are you calling?
Nobody. The matey's not to know that, is he? Sarah Oscar from DS Pearce. Yeah, can you get me Chris Deakin? Yeah, Chris, we've got Dwire with us. It's all right if we speak to him.
Wait. You stay put.
Yeah, well, he says he wants to talk to you, but...
mind your read.
Thoughts in as you...
Yes, sir, yeah. I'm sure you've done everything you could on our behalf. No, it doesn't look good. Let's just hope Deakin and his council play it right, because it's too late to warn them.
OK. Spoken to Mr. Deakin, and he says it's cool. You can talk to us.
Well, that wasn't the idea.
Well, it's the idea now. Bring us up to speed on this job, Kenny, or we go to Sunhill and I'll charge you, and all deals are off.
The job goes down in 20 minutes.
You'll be there, and so will we.
This is the appeal against sentence by Detective Sergeant Christopher Deakin against the punishment of a disciplinary board which, on the 29th of July 1994, found him guilty of discreditable conduct. Assistant Commissioner Hicks is presiding. Is the defendant legally represented in this case?
I am by Miss Leslie Caulfield.
The appeal will be presented by the officer's legal representative.
I now open this appeal. I have read the documents in the case. Since the last hearing, have there been any further complaints against this officer?
No, sir.
Please proceed, Miss Caulfield.
May I briefly describe the facts of the case?
Yes, insofar as they're relevant.
While serving on the robbery squad, Mr. Deakin absented himself from duty. His superior officer, Detective Superintendent Viner,
Returned home unexpectedly to discover Mr. Deakin with his wife, Pamela Viner. There was clear evidence that they were lovers. An altercation ensued in the course of which Mr. Deakin and Superintendent Viner came to blows.
My apologies.
Carry on, Miss Caulfield.
Thank you. Superintendent Viner charged Mr. Deakin with assault. This accusation was subsequently withdrawn, but the investigation into the case by Chief Inspector Winter of the Complaints Investigation Bureau led to the discipline hearing at which Mr. Deakin was found guilty. These facts seem damning enough on the face of it. I would like to put them in another light.
Miss Caulfield, the details of this rather sordid business were brought out at the discipline hearing.
With respect, I would like to address the interpretation of the facts. I think that is relevant to a judgment of Mr. Deakin's behaviour.
Very well. Make your point, then.
Mr. Deakin did absent himself from duty. However, the surveillance operation he commanded did not require his physical presence at the scene, and he could have been alerted to any developments through his electronic pager.
Assuming he remained in contact with his trousers.
My point is that it was not a matter of a casually adulterous liaison that led Mr. Deakin to the Viners' home.
He had received a desperate call from Pamela Viner, a woman with a history of depressive illness. She and Mr. Deakin had been lovers for some time. She had become convinced that her marriage was at the point of irretrievable breakdown, and she and Mr. Deakin were seriously considering making a new start in life together.
And they were what? Practicing?
My client's efforts to console a woman apparently on the edge of hysteria shifted by imperceptible degrees to an act of love. It was to that scene that Detective Superintendent Viner returned. His attitude was, as he himself has acknowledged, aggressive in the extreme. We know the consequences.
On a point of fact.
Mr. Winter?
At the time of my investigation, the Viners were in fact still living together. Reconciled, to the best of my knowledge.
Rather suggests that your client was playing the rake rather than the knight in shining armour, Miss Caulfield.
The relationship between Mr. Deakin and Mrs. Viner has in fact now come to an end. It appears that my client's error was in loving not wisely, but too well.
I'm here to consider whether Mr. Deakin's punishment should be mitigated. You seem to be trying to nominate him for a medal.
We need to talk.
Could I ask for a brief adjournment to consult with my client?
Very well. This hearing is adjourned for 15 minutes.
All rise.
The case is hanging in rags, Leslie.
We agreed on the line to take.
It's Old military maxim, darling, never reinforce failure.
Right. So it's going off in Talbot Street. What are we talking about, off-licence?
Building society. Home counties.
That really is robbery squad business.
Well, they can't organise an ambush in the next 5 minutes, can they? So he's in this.
Terry Frears, Dean Slade. But you want to think twice before you go up against them. They're trouble, you know.
Yeah.
What do you think we are? Girls quiet?
No, but I mean, I don't know what they might be carrying. Maniacs like that.
You're saying they might have firearms?
It's possible, isn't it?
What? Have you seen firearms?
What? No.
Have they got form for firearms?
No.
So basically, you're just painting a picture, hoping that we'll bottle out.
So what's the deal?
I'm meeting Terry and Dean in the Bear's Head. They're bringing a motor, we're going together. We've got a couple of bats to knock the place about a bit. Terry's got an hammer to go for the glass if the cashiers get clever.
Off you go then, Kenny. And if this goes bent, it's all on your head.
And where are you going to be?
Inside, considering our investment decisions.
You don't know us.
I wish.
Yes, I understand. Yep. I was going to think the same myself. Right, thanks for the steer, sir. Bye.
I thought you were supposed to be consulting with me.
That was just a bit of CID business. Look, Leslie, we both know from our professional experience when a story is going down like a cup of cold sick.
You hired an advocate to represent you more skillfully than you could do yourself. You might show a little faith in my advice.
Yes, but in the end, what you do with a legal representative is you instruct them, right?
Well then.
The line's got to change. Hicks isn't biting.
If you're right, isn't it going to be rather implausible for me to waltz back in there with a completely different pitch?
Yes. It wouldn't carry any credibility.
So?
So, I think that the way forward is for me to go in there and front it up myself.
The implication being that getting up Hicks's nose is all the fault of your counsel. Now the silly tart's been dumped, and the boys can work out something amongst themselves. Well, glad to have been of some service.
Leslie, this is not a personal thing. What's going on in there is a formation dance. You should know that as well as I do. Look, barristers, detectives, we all have to put up a front. Look, create an impression. Leslie!
All right. The appeal against sentence by Detective Sergeant Christopher Deakin is resumed. Detective Sergeant Deakin wishes to address the hearing.
Carry on.
I am no longer legally represented, so I shall be conducting my own appeal.
Very well. Let's hear it then.
I made a very serious mistake. I allowed my personal feelings to stand in the way of my loyalty to the job. I let my colleagues down. Fortunately, the operation in which I was involved was not compromised by my absence, but that was a matter of luck. All I can say is that I apologize unreservedly. I have learnt my lesson. I shall in the future be very clear about which direction my duty lies. My appeal against sentence is simply based on the fact that the job invested a lot of time and effort in making me a detective inspector. And in that rank, I accumulated experience that made me effective as a supervisor and successful as an investigator. To put it bluntly, I can do more to repair the damage that I've done to the police service as an inspector than I can as a sergeant. I accept my guilt. What I ask for is a reconsideration of my punishment.
I'll now consider my verdict.
All rise.
I had to put the spoke in earlier, Chris, just to cover my back. Nothing personal.
All part of the game, sir.
Been the barrister then?
Yeah.
Pity about that.
Do you reckon she was putting the right spin on it?
No. I reckon she was a very fanciful bit of posh, that was all.
Yeah, you're right there.
Excuse me, mate.
Be seated, except for Detective Sergeant Deakin.
Detective Sergeant Deakin.
Sir.
I have considered your appeal against sentence. I regard your offence as serious, and one that fully merits correction by a punishment of exemplary severity. However, you appear to have come to recognise the gravity of your misconduct, and I believe that you intend to continue your police career with a fresh attitude. In the light of this, I am allowing the appeal against sentence. I recommend that you be fined a month's pay spread over 6 months, and that you be restored to the rank of Detective Inspector.
Thank you, sir.
But Dwire never said the squad was involved, sir.
No, it was a secret, especially from plonkers like you. Now, Dwire's the squad snout. He's done an immunity deal. If Sonhill gave him hassle, he was instructed to seek out Chris Deakin. He's their liaison here, and keep stum with everyone else.
Yeah, well, Chris Deakin wasn't available, was he, sir?
So why didn't you refer it to me?
What, and you were up to speed with the operation, were you, sir?
Look, I'm the governor. If something goes over your thick heads, you bring it to me.
But there was the time element, sir. It was spur of the moment, off the cuff.
Off the wrist, more like. Now I've got to go crawling to the squad for screwing up their operation. Do you know how much a crate of malt whiskey costs?
Could be talking hundreds.
Right, well, you can blag it from your own building societies, because you're paying for it. Now, get out!
Sir.
Lads.
Chris.
Hi.
Well, do you want to know?
Oh, yeah, sorry, mate, what happened?
I cracked it. Got my rank back.
Oh, nice one.
Yeah, good result.
Right, well, better let the boss know. I'll be pushing the boat out later on.
Right, we'll be there.
Yeah, we need all the free drinks we can get.
Congratulations, Chris.
Thank you, sir.
It's a relief. There's some of the people around here need kicking into line. And acting DI just doesn't carry the weight. You and I are going to have our work cut out over the next couple of years. Cheers.
Cheers.
It is understood that you will be staying at Sonhill.
Well, I haven't had any offers from elsewhere, sir.
No? Well, don't go inviting any either.
Sir?
Well, if you've got any notions of waltzing off back to the robbery squad in a blaze of glory, you can forget them. Your little number with Kenny Dwire and the squad went pear-shaped this morning.
Oh. I was meaning to run that by you, sir.
Well, I'm glad to hear it, but you're too late. And right now, the squad have got you, me, and this firm marked down as a load of big soft Nellies. I've pulled strings for you, Chris, and you owe me. And I'll pull the same strings to put the kibosh on any transfer out of here until I've had my pound of flesh.
Point taken, sir. Well, here's to the future.
Cheers.
Cheers.